Hey YouTube, RP Matter here, got another video for you. This is going to be my second one tonight on my 22s. And this one I really wanted to show because this is my GSG AK47 22 caliber, made in Rochester, New York, by ATI in German, sporting guns. There's not a lot of videos on modifications to these other than paint, a little bit of furniture stuff. So I kind of wanted to go over what I did and what I had to modify to get it to where it is right now. So basically I've done a rail here. I'll pull these off. And this is a Picatinny rail that replaces the stock dust cover for the buffer tube here. Now the thing about this is a real AK47, so 7.62-39 cover by NC Star. It's AK top cover scope mount, and what it ends up being shorter right here than the stock one that comes with it, because this is for a different version of the AK. So what I had to do is put a bracket here to hold the cover on, and it's super tight. The back section here does fit. It snaps on pretty nice, but like I said, it's not long enough to tuck into the recess that's up here. So I had to put this bracket on, and I did all these mods without doing any drilling, tapping, grinding, cutting, anything to the actual gun. So I can take all this off and put it back to the way it was. This screw bolt here is stock with the gun, but I did have to screw the plate to the new scope mount. And the scope mount does come with the Picatinny top rail and two short side rails. Now the forward quad rail here is also a stock AK7.62-39 quad rail, and it does take some modification to get it on, but nothing to the gun. You have to modify the quad rail itself. So you slide it on to where it slides on back here in this section, and then there's kind of a saddle that comes up and hits the barrel, because there's no top tube on this gun. And what I did was took some radiator hose and wedged it in there so this is nice and solid, and then the top piece bolts on, and then this back spacer, this quad rail comes with two flat spacers, so I had to mount those in there and then shave down this piece. So actually this is the only piece I did have to cut to get all this to fit, but as far as the forward section, it's all stock and it's in the right spot. And then up here on the muzzle, the flash hider, the muzzle brake, this is for my Ruger 1022, and with these guns they come with a screw in, but they're male threads. The gun has female threads, the screw in portion has male threads, and on a regular AK-47 it's the opposite. The gun has external threads and the flash suppressors have internal threads. So I did have to grind that down and use the set screw to get this on, but that's an easily replaceable part. So I just thought it looked good, and then I did the zombie. This is going to be my zombie gun. I'm going to dress it up as a zombie rifle. So I did the toxic green paint, and then I do have Long 13 here is going to do some custom paint, I think, on the original dust cover. I'm going to have him paint that, and then I'm going to do the scope mount that bolts to the side piece here, and I'm sure I'll probably have to do some mods to that. And then I still have the forward grip, top and bottom, which would fit, here, and I don't think I'm going to replace those. I'm going to keep this quad rail, so I'll have him paint the dust cover, change the scope mount rail, and I'm going to have him paint the stock and the rear grip here. And then I think this gun will be pretty close to done, except for some dress up Picatinny rail covers that say zombie or something like that. So anyway, those are the modifications I've done to this. I've used actual AK47 parts on this 22 caliber AK47. And if you're going to do that, be prepared to do some modifications to the rail systems to get them to fit. But it is possible. And between this and my Ruger 1022, this rifle with using open sights is by far more accurate than my Ruger. But with the scope, my Ruger is way more accurate than this gun. But stock out of the box, I mean, this thing, me and the Water Ninja were pegging Pierce Morgan, so that's a group at about 30 yards or a little more, I mean the 40 yards with open sights. So I mean this rifle is damn accurate, and I think we actually even did show the video of us shooting these targets. So anyway, there it is, the GSG ATI collaboration, I guess it is. AK-47 22 caliber with just a little dress up and some mods, and the next time I show it, it'll have a kick-ass paint job by Long 13 here. So thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Hey YouTube, back again real quick. I forgot to mention about the safety on these GSGs. Is the first time we actually went out and shot this, the safety, the bolt on it loosened up, and this thing was just flopping all over. And there's one other video that I found on YouTube that addresses this, and it's a pretty easy fix. So if this is flopping around, if you have this rifle and you have that problem, it's not a big deal. You do have to take out the trigger assembly and the bolt assembly to get to this bolt, but then just Loctite it and it's good to go. And we got it tightened back up. I thought, oh shit, you know, we really screwed this gun up, but it ended up being no big deal. But be aware that they do not Loctite the nut on this safety switch, and the chances are, I would say most of the guns, the majority of these guns, after shooting them a while, just from the vibration, that's going to loosen up and that's going to flop. But it's not a major problem. We still shot it probably another 100 or so rounds through this with this safety flopping around. It's kind of a pretty straightforward safety. It just keeps the bolt from coming back, and it also blocks the trigger from being pulled. So, you know, you can still charge it. But anyway, just I wanted to mention that about these GSGs, that they don't put Loctite on that nut, and that happens, that this loosens up, you can just get in there and Loctite it and put everything back together. And I may do a disassemble video down the road sometime, maybe when I do put the painted parts on here. But easy to fix, no big deal. I'd still recommend this gun. It's pretty darn sweet and accurate. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you.